He's actually tanking.
I gave you fair warning, beware, beware.
Smack him in the mouth.
I gave you fair warning, beware, beware.
Smack him in the mouth.
I gave you fair warning, beware, beware.
Smack him in the mouth.
I gave you fair warning, beware, beware.
Smack him in the mouth.
What is up, Warzone Sports Army? I'm Mike, and I'm just a former decent high school player turned fan on the mic, and you're tuned into the newest episode of Mike's Film Room. We were preparing to enter the NFL regular season, and the NFL regular season is here. So for the entire NFL regular season, every single week, all 18 of them, I'm going to highlight a really good performance that I want to talk about first, and then we're going to talk about a bad performance as well. So for today's episode, we're going to be talking about Chandler Jones' crazy, absolutely insane 5-sack game, and we're going to look into, is Aaron Rodgers tanking? It's the first one of the season, and I'm super pumped to get into it, but first, can you guys please help me out real quick? Just take the 2 seconds to smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you're alerted every time we go live or we post a new video. Drop down in the comment section below and let me know if your team won week 1 as well. Let's get into the film study of the week 1 NFL action. So we're going to look at every sack from the Chandler Jones massacre of the Tennesse Titans offensive line. Check out some of his pass rushing moves. Check out some of his IQ plays that he made in this game. And this man's chasing the bag in Arizona. He's going to be getting the bag this offseason, whether you're giving it to him or not. I also want to point this out, especially if you're Cardinals fans tuned into this. Very impressed by Kyler Murray's performance. Very impressed by Kyler Murray's opening game this weekend. Super hyped for it because I was telling everyone all offseason the way Kyler Murray's progression is going. This is the year that he takes that next step into the next stratosphere of QB play and even leaps a tier, I think, if he can continue this throughout the whole season. And I also have all 4 NFC West teams making the playoffs. That's kind of my hot take for 2021. So excited to see the Cardinals start strong because they'd be the team that I was concerned most about making the playoffs out of the NFC West teams. Not anymore. Anyways, here is the first sack early on in the game. You see his first quarter. 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. You can see Chandler Jones here. I'll circle him in the post edit. The Titans are going to go play action here, and this is why I mentioned him making some high IQ plays. Chandler Jones doesn't initially just start beelining for Derrick Henry. This play is designed to fool Chandler Jones and get Ryan Tannehill out in the bootleg most likely, but we'll never find out because of what Chandler Jones does. You're going to see the play action to the left side of the formation, and then Tannehill turns around, and him and Chandler Jones become best friends here.
F is for friends who do stuff together.
And this leads to a fumble and an eventual Arizona touchdown. Watch the slow-mo replay here. He comes in untouched. Like I said, this is just a high IQ play, not falling for the play action at all, not even a little bit. He is running straight at Tannehill, and maybe that might be his responsibility in this play. I'm not sure how the Cardinals defense have it drawn up, but I'm assuming the play design for the Titans side is the play action to Henry to the left side of the field, hopefully fool Chandler Jones, make him chase after Henry, which will get Tannehill on the bootleg, and you see A.J. Brown here is running the crosser route underneath, and he actually is probably going to be open, as you can tell in this frame right here. And Tannehill also has another option deep. There isn't any other angles, and it sucks because the NFL Game Pass has not released the All-22 film yet. For whatever reason, it's discontinued, and they keep saying it's coming soon, it's coming soon, it's coming soon. So when it does come, you guys are in for a treat. I'm in for a treat because we're going to get a bunch of different angles of all these plays, but for now, it's just going to be the highlights, whatever was broadcasted during the broadcast. Here's another impact play by Jones, another sack in this game. 1 of 5, again, 5 sacks. And you're just going to see Chandler Jones flat out beat Luan, the left tackle here, a guy who's been good in his career for the most part. He got destroyed today. He even came out and gave an apology to the Tennessee Titans fan base and let everyone know, like, hey, I got destroyed today. Chandler Jones exposed me. It's not an exact quote, but it's something along those lines. Again, it's the play action. You're going to see Chandler use Luan's pad level to his advantage and just swipe Luan to the side, which gives him a free run at Tannehill. If the Titans want to succeed this season, they have got to get this corrected. They cannot face good pass rushers in the NFL, use this play action, but not get the pass blocking down and hold guys down for at least a couple seconds to execute the play action. As you see, Luan stands no chance here against Chandler Jones. Goes right through him. Good job by Tannehill not to fumble there. Here's another one of Chandler's sacks in the game here. Third one of the game. He's working on Luan again, and you're going to see a good use of his hands. He's going to rip through, keeps the outside shoulder free, which is what you're taught to do as a defensive end. In case there's a guy trying to bounce outside, you can bounce outside with him. Doesn't get too close to Luan where Luan can lock in on him. Keeps the separation with the inside hand. I believe it's his left hand, right? Yes, it is. Here it is. You can see him leaning in here, but keeping that outside shoulder free, the right shoulder free. And then bam, he's got a free run at Tannehill again. Tannehill probably got tired of blindly getting hit. That's 3 sacks. That's 3 so far. This is probably my favorite sack of the 5 sacks Chandler had today. 5 sacks, ridiculous, still amazing. Because he really showed off his strength. He showed off his bull rush. He showed off his bench press. You're going to see him working on backup left tackle Kendall Lamb. I'm not sure if Luan just got straight up benched or what happened here, but Chandler Jones didn't treat Lamb any ball. But make sure he gets the right arm all the way around for the swipe, gets the ball, causes the fumble. Game-changing play. Here it is in slow-mo. You see he keeps a good separation to where Lamb or any other tackles can't get their hands inside of the shoulder pads, and that's when you're in trouble as a defensive end or a pass rusher in general. Because once they get you inside, it's technically holding, and you can try and sell holding. Very hard to get through. Very hard to break that. And you can see Lamb's trying to get him here, but usually when you're over the hands, Chandler's able to rip out and actually bench press Lamb to the right side of him and get to Tannehill. And again, the alligator roll tackle. You love to see it. Here's sack number 5 of Chandler's historic day. It's got to be the single game sack record for the Cardinals all time. I know he's up there in the all-time list for sacks. So on this rush, he actually has a switch with Zach Allen. And Allen's a little bit slow to bounce it around the corner here. But Chandler Jones' responsibility is to take up both Luan and the guard's attention so Allen can come around and have a free run at the quarterback. We saw a lot of this in the Super Bowl film study when we were looking at what the Buccaneers did to Patrick Mahomes. Exact same concept here in the Arizona Cardinals defense. Zach Allen's supposed to scream around the corner and have a free run at Ryan Tannehill, but Luan does a good job at passing off Chandler Jones to the guard and picking up Allen, but what Luan does not account for the fact that Chandler Jones just beats the guard outright and has Tannehill anyways for his 5th sack of the game. Yeah, do your dance. Make it rain. Give Chandler Jones his money. Anyways, moving on. Is Aaron Rodgers tanking? It's a big question. There's been a lot of speculation, especially on Twitter, all over Twitter, and all over TikTok and Instagram as well. I mean, it was an extremely uncharacteristic Aaron Rodgers game. 15 to 28, 133 yards, 0 touchdowns passing, and 2 interceptions. But to accuse him or to say that he is tanking, we need some substantial proof towards that. So we're going to look at it and really break it down. Take a look at some of the bad plays for the Packers offense. I got a few queued up. I think I got 3 or 4. And let's just see if Aaron Rodgers is clearly, blatantly sandbagging or tanking. Something I want to look out for. Does Aaron Rodgers just throw the ball up? Does Aaron Rodgers just put it in harm's way without really caring at all? Or is he kind of trying to protect the ball? Because the best way to tank would be to commit some turnovers, especially early in the game. You see here, it's the second quarter. This is a good opportunity. They got the play action drawn up. I think Aaron Rodgers has an idea that they're in man coverage. Not only the way they're lined up here with man over man across the board, and you see that corner outside on Davante Adams, lined up inside shade with his eyes on Adams and locked in on Adams. Now you can disguise man coverage. I agree with you guys. But to see all these signs compounding, and then when he motions his slot receiver to see the DB chasing him, Aaron Rodgers knows he's going against man coverage here. So off the play action, man coverage, he's got Davante Adams one-on-one. I'm not sure what the safeties are doing up top. That's probably where he's looking. Right, he's probably looking at Davante Adams. He's probably looking to go to Davante Adams, whatever route is drawn up for Adams. This is why it sucks that we don't have the all-22 surround sound footage here. He's going to go to the play action, and right away, his eyes are downfield, looking at Mercedes Lewis, looking at Davante Adams. He even pump fakes, but he ends up just taking the sack instead of throwing the ball into harm's way. To me, that signifies that Aaron Rodgers did not tank on that play. Just no one was open. And let's look at it again. I mean, from what we can see on the screen, you can make an argument that Mercedes Lewis is open, but he isn't wide open. And if Rodgers is looking to hit Davante Adams downfield, he could be looking at Lewis just to get the safety off of Adams. And, of course, this pass rusher is right in Aaron Rodgers' face, so he probably should have just checked it to Lewis here without even thinking about trying to go to Adams, but he is Rodgers. He does think he can make some magic happen, and rightfully so, because he makes magic happen. Tunnion's completely covered. Not even an option in this play, in my opinion. Yeah, and I think he just takes the sack here instead of throwing it up to Davante Adams, because you can even see the linebacker catching up to Lewis a little bit here in this freeze frame. Yes, took the sack. Bad play, but I think that taking the sack shows me he's probably not tanking. Here's another one that didn't go too hot for the Pack. This is one of Aaron Rodgers' interceptions in this game. So you're going to see Aaron Jones come out the backfield here initially off the snap of the football, and I think that's what Aaron Rodgers is trying to do, is get Aaron Jones in a situation where he's one-on-one with the DB. But for whatever reason, he looks off Jones, and I think it might be this defensive end here that's right next to Aaron Jones as he's about to make this read, and he moves his eyes downfield, and he sees Davante Adams coming across. And if you give Davante Adams some more time to finish this up, those two guys are going to clear out the linebacker right there. I think that's Demario Davis, and Davante Adams is going to come out underneath and probably be open for a touchdown. You see, he's got 29 beat really bad here, but Aaron Rodgers is also facing some pressure in the pocket at the same time. So Rodgers knows, get the ball to Adams, he's got a shot to score. You just got to figure out a way to get it there, and when he does try to figure out a way to... Here's another angle of it that the broadcast provided for us, so thank you guys so much for that, whoever broadcasted Packers versus Saints. And you're going to see the right guard just flat out gets beat by the Saints. It's Cameron Jordan. I mean, it's Cameron Jordan. But this isn't Aaron Rodgers tanking, in my opinion. This is Aaron Rodgers trying to score a touchdown, and due to the pressure, the pass just doesn't come out the way that it should come out. Right here, Aaron Rodgers feels the pressure. He knows that Cameron Jordan's got a shot at him here. He's able to step up and avoid the initial sack, but it still disrupts the pass, disrupts the timing, and as he's being dragged down, he just kind of flicks that thing out there. And this is something we've seen Aaron Rodgers do before. Don't get me wrong, but it's not going to happen every time, especially if his timing's thrown off from missing so much time in the offseason. All right, this is the biggest play. He's actually tanking, but this is why you always got to take a closer look, right? So right here at pre-snap, and this is why I love getting the other angle to these plays and getting a more in-depth look at it. You can really see at what goes on during the play and all the different layers of what leads to the result of the play. So right here, Aaron Rodgers can read that this is some sort of man coverage based off the way the DBs are lined up, especially the one guarding Adams with the inside, almost middle shade on Davante Adams. Eyes locked on Adams, nothing looking in at him at the quarterback. That would signify this is a cover 2 or possibility of disguising a cover 4. You also see the way these two linebackers are lined up. One is directly in line with the running back. He's probably manned up with that running back. And the other one is over, a little bit of an inside shade on Allen Lazard, most likely manned up on Lazard. Now the safeties is where it gets interesting because you're going to have to kind of make a during the play read at whether this is a 1 high or a 2 high, which just basically means, is it a 2 deep safeties covering 2 separate zones, or is it 1 safety covering the whole field? And based off of that is going to change up his read. Davante Adams has an option route here, and I'm assuming that Aaron Rodgers wanted to see him break it towards the inside. He feels like he had space there. Davante Adams breaks it towards the outside. Rodgers' initial reaction is to just throw the ball up to the other receiver who is breaking towards the inside, and it just sails on him. The pass just simply sails on him. From there, try too hard, granted, but he definitely was ready to make the tackle if he need to after his interception. Here's this angle one more time. And it's good coverage by the Saints as well because even Scantling wasn't open. Here's another one that I wanted to point out and say I don't think he's tanking. It's 4th and 2. The game is on the line. I mean, if you don't pick up this 4th down, you're down by 3 scores already. It's 3rd quarter, entering the 4th quarter. This thing's a wrap. You're on your own 20-yard line going for it on 4th and 2. If you don't pick this up, it's a wrap. And a guy who's tanking, or purposely losing, I guess I would say, would probably not want to convert this 4th and 2. But you're going to see Rodgers hit the play action, under pressure, make a perfect sidearm throw to Davante Adams, which just gets dropped. Or broken up, whichever one you want to call it. That is Lattimore, so maybe we'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he broke it up. But that's not a throw that you make if you're tanking. If you're tanking, that ball just goes into the dirt. That ball sails over his head, or whatever you would do to purposely not pick up this 4th and 2. He gave Davante Adams the best chance to pick this up. And then walking off the field after, you're going to see Rodgers. He's upset. He looks pissed. I mean, he doesn't look like someone that doesn't care whether they win or lose this game, or doesn't look like someone who's happy that they're going to lose this game, because after this, he probably realizes the comeback is a little rough. They're already in the red zone, and you're down by 21 at this point. So overall, Chandler Jones turned on beast mode that was locked inside of him ever since he got hurt last year. He let the animal out, and he's almost a fourth of the way to the single-season record already. And we have an extra game this year. So let's keep an eye on that and see if Chandler Jones has a shot to break that record in his contract year. And for Aaron Rodgers, I personally, from what I'm seeing, do not think that he was tanking. It looked like some chemistry issues. It also just looked like the Saints playing really good defense in Jacksonville, where they know that Aaron Rodgers struggled. They actually picked that spot specifically because of the storms that were impacting New Orleans at the time and still impacting New Orleans to this day. I can't even imagine going through that here in California, and I really hope it ends up the best for everyone that is there in that location, in that part of the world right now. The NFL season is here, and football is back, and I am excited for it. I will see you guys next week on Mike's Film Room. Make sure, like I said, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. It helps out this video a ton in the algorithm. Subscribe, turn on notification bells. Whether you agree with what I said or not, a lot of work goes into these videos, so please, 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 if you could help me out with those couple things before you leave, I'd really appreciate it. If not, I hope you have a great day regardless. If you guys would like to buy merch like the Mike on the Mic t-shirt jersey that you got hanging behind me, head to www.warzonesportsnetwork.com. We got all of the extra content and merch Warzone themed that you could possibly ask for. www.warzonesportsnetwork.com. Also, the last plug of the night, we are partnered with Prize Picks, and Prize Picks is exclusively giving us a promo code that you can use to double down your money. How? This is exactly how you do it. Go to prizepicks.com. Go to Prize Picks app on any app store of any phone that you may be operating. Sign up, and then when you're putting in your first deposit, use the promo code in the promo code box. You gotta look for it. It's kind of small. The promo code is Warzone, 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 and Prize Picks will double your initial deposit up to $100. So if you put in $100 with your initial deposit because you're that good of a sports gambler and prop bet picker, then you'll have $200 to play with. It's a deal you cannot beat. You literally double your money the second you sign up for Prize Picks. Code Warzone helps us out a ton as well. I appreciate y'all. That's all the cheap plugs I got for today's episode. I'm Mike, and I'm just a former decent high school player turned fan on the mic. And this is me saying, until next Tuesday, let's go, football's back!
I gave you fair warning, beware.
Smack him in the mouth.
I gave you